So very quick recap. What we did in last class is in LWC. In the last class, we have seen the basics and we have seen what is LWC bundle consists of template, module, and target, which is a JS meta.xml. And we have seen how to go ahead and declare a variable in JavaScript and how to use those variables for creating a simple program in the HTML. And if you remember last class, we went ahead and we did the calculation greater than, and we showed which one is the greater than highest one, right? So in order to capture the HTML input data, one way is to event.target.value, right? There is another way which we can do it. I'll simply write here, but this is an assignment. The another way is either you can take const or var inp equal to, there is a which is called as this dot query selector template dot query selector all. So I'll explain that. Let me write this in the here. Okay. So basically what I'm saying is if I have 1,000 lightning input fields, okay, and how to capture all the input fields at a time. So the best thing is that this dot template. So I'm going to the template. Instead of component, we have a template. So I'm going to the template. I'm querying all the things which are having the lightning input. So everything I can query it. And once I query these details, right? Once I have these details, now I can do for each. Right? I have inp dot for each. And for each of it's a standard function of element. I'm just taking the element, right? So inside this for each, you have to write again the same thing, whatever we have written yesterday. We have written yesterday if WH equal to aval, do this, right? So same thing we have to write it. Let's copy this and write it here. But here instead of WH, what we have a element.
So but that is a standard one, element. Always it should be like element only.
No, you can take anything.
Okay.
Element dot name equal to input 1, then set my num1. Okay. Yesterday what we have done is we have first taken the name event.target.name, then we are checking the name, which name the user is right now entering the data. Then I'm pushing that information and capturing those information from the input field and pushing it to num1. There is another way which we can do it. Instead of the event.target.name, what we can do is I can directly query the template. Whatever the template I have, this dot template query select all. So I can directly query the template and I have to mention which tag it is, lightning input or whatever it is. Then once I have that, then I have to loop through the each one of them. Here there is a no loop, directly if condition, if else condition. But here will not be having a if else condition. It will be there inside the for each. So this way also we can do it. So the assignment is create a same thing, okay, but use the template.query selector all, okay, instead of using the event.target.name. Okay, so today we will see further on LWC. Last class we have been working with the primitive data type, single data type, single data. Like I was taking a simple variable, like a single variable, and I'm setting the variable and capturing or getting set, everything we were doing it here. Sorry for the background noise. So we were working with the primitive data type. So today what we will see is, today basically our focus will be so today what we will be seeing, today we will be going through the array. Array is nothing but the collection of data. If I have to talk in the Aura, list or Apex, list or set collections. Like in Apex, we have a list, set, collection data types, right? Same thing we will be doing it in the LWC. How to implement an array in LWC and how to capture the values from array. Okay, so let me create a new component, Control-Shift-P, create Lightning Web component, LWC hyphen 1305 hyphen example1 hyphen, let's say that loop and array. So hit enter. Yes, LWC. Now it created Lightning Web component successfully run. Perfect. So today's one is right. This is the one, right? Yeah, 1305. So what are we planning to do? We are going to handle the array. So the first thing, let's declare the array. How to declare the variable? Simple. For example, cities equal to, I have to declare an array. So till yesterday, I was just doing this one, right? So today for declaring the array, we have to keep the square, and inside that, let me give some values. Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, and then what else? Chennai. And let's give another one, Vijayawada. Okay, so I have some values inside the array. Now my declaration of array is done. Let me go ahead and use it in the HTML. Let me copy this. So let's go ahead and create the lightning card. By this time, we all know that how to use the lightning card, loop and array, and icon name not needed. Let me close this. Okay, so inside this, what I'll do is, now I have a array, right? If I have a single variable, I would have given that variable here. Something like this I would have been given. But right now I have a array. So I have to loop through the array first in order to get single individual value. I cannot directly print this. I have to capture one by one. 0th position, one position, second position, third, fourth. So everything I have to loop through that. For looping, there are different ways we can do it in HTML. I'll just show that in one of the way is template for each, right? So template for each, you have to give the array, the variable array, whatever the array is there, then declare a variable here. Like in Visual Force page or in Lightning Aura, when we are iterating through the array, iterating through the collection, we take that variable name and we will declare a name to that, right? So same thing we have to do it here also. So far what I have done, in order to loop through the array, I have used template. Template for each, template for each, and for index. Template for each.
I think for item and we need to.
Sorry, yeah. For item equal to A. Right. So now I have a template. Inside this template, I'm looping through my array cities, and I have a given name to this, A, right? So let me print that A, right? If I print like this, it will be in single line. Okay, so let it be in single line. In order to differentiate what we have done, either I can give the breakpoint or I can give the P, right? I can give P, right? This is what we used to do in Lightning Aura in order to give the break between the two text. But here it does not work. Inside the iterator, inside this for each, this does not work. If I put same thing outside the for each, it will take, but inside the for each, it does not work. The P is not going to work. So in order to make it work, what we have to do is we have a key inside this. We have to give a key to the paragraph. What is my key here? A. And what I'm going to print it? A. Right? So the first one will be, let's give some text here. We'll give data in single line. Right? This is going to print me in single line. This one will give data line by line. in multiple lines. Let me save this. Now I have not copied the component name. Right click on this, rename, copy this. Now let's go ahead and push this to org, deploy this source to org. Okay, it is deployed. Now let's go to my org and developer console. Let me use the colon component name. Let's say preview. Because both are in the same line, so that's the reason what it is giving is single, and this one is coming in the same line. Okay, so I'll make little different here. Let's see what happens right now. Control Shift P. Deploy the source to org. Refresh. Let me create a two arrays here. Control Shift P. Deploy this to source org. Right. So it's printing everything in one line, and then it is coming here down. So the reason it was showing in same line because these two are in the same line. So anyway, paragraph is going to divide the line, right? So it is thinking that this line and this line is together, and next, whatever the next, it is going on the next one, then it is going into the next line. Okay, so now this is one way to iterate. Template for each is a one way. There is another way which we can do it is aura iteration. We have a aura iteration in the lightning aura, right? So same thing, we have a iterator in LWC also. Okay, so I'll divide this also. The next one which I'm going to do is aura iteration. I can say iterator. So how to write the iterator? Same thing, template. Instead of for each, we have to use iterator. Iterator colon item, right, is coming item. Iterator colon item. Equals to whatever we have cities. Right? There is no variable declaration here. There is no variable declaration here. Now, iterator will not be having any variable declaration like here for each item we have a one variable. But here directly I can take these cities. Let's see. Let's use the paragraph here. Okay, inside the paragraph, we need a key. We need a key equal to what I have right now. Cities are there in the item, right? So what I can do is I can take this item dot value. Item dot value. And what is the value that I'm going to print it? Same. Item dot value. Right? Either I can use a template for each and I can declare the for item, or I can use the iterator item. I can use the iterator item and pass that array. No need to declare a separate variable here. I can directly use the item dot value. Sorry.
For me, these are all sorry, Soumya, sorry. Swapna, these my question is like all these commands are Salesforce LWC commands only, right? It's not related to HTML commands.
Which comments?
This iterator item and for
yeah,
each.
these are all LWC.
These are all LWC only, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So this is the first way. So whatever we have, this is the first way. Looping through the array. So I can say this loop 1, which says the template for each. Okay. And loop 2 is, there is another way which we can do is loop 2 iterator item. Okay. So if we are using the iterator colon item, no need to declare a separate variable. Item dot value, we can directly capture the value. So let's save this. Control Shift P. Deploy this to source org. It's deployed. Let's refresh. Okay. So this is the loop array, right? This is the first one for each. And this is also for each. But here we have divided with the paragraph. And here loop 2 iterated, which is displaying the line by line. Fine, this is clear. So we have a two ways we can iterate. One is for each and another one is iterator item.
So from item dot value, we are taking that sheet.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So this is best, right? Instead of going for a two-step process, this is a single step process, right?
Yeah. This is the usually in real time. This is the one we do. Iterator colon item. But in case if you have like few members, very rare member will go through the for each and for item. But this is the one which is used by the real time members.
Okay.
Now let's go ahead and let's create another LWC component. Let's make it a bit complexity on the array. So Control Shift P, Lightning Web component. LWC underscore 1305 underscore loop and array 2. Enter. Okay, it created successfully. Now let's close this. Okay. Now I'm into the JavaScript. Okay. Let me declare 2 arrays. One is, let's say that even number equal to, let's give the numbers here to 8, 10, 18, 4, 12, 6, 14, 20. You can give anything. So let's assume that these are the numbers which are there in the array. Okay. Now I have another array. This is a JSON structure array. Okay. This is a JSON structure array. What I mean JSON structure is I have a name. Okay. Name equal to. So let's say that John. Okay. And comma age equal to, let's assume that 30, comma city colon HYD, comma salary equal to some 25 something. Okay. So now this is JSON structure. I have a normal simple array, straightforward array and JSON structure. If you place it here, it will tell you that the property is the array. If you place it here, it shows you the JSON structure. You have a name, the data type is string. You have a age, the data type is number. City, string, salary, number. So as soon as we declare the variable, the array, JSON array or whatever it is, whenever we declare, it's a smart enough to understand what is this array is, what is this single, like name is a string and age it is considering as a number because we have given the number. So it will automatically consider the data type. We need not to declare separately the data type. Right. So for example, I have 2 variables, which is holding simple array and another one is JSON array. Now let's see how to display the JSON array as well as the simple array. So for that, let me declare lightning -card. Let's give title equal to, let's say this is for simple array. Right. Let me close this. Okay. So now what I can do is template iterator colon item equal to, where is my, what is my value that is holding a simple array, that is EV num. So let's take the EV num. So here I will print in the paragraph. I have to keep, if I'm using the paragraph, I have to use the key. What is my key here? Item dot value. What I'm going to print it, same thing, item dot value. Okay. So let's save this. This is one way. This is to display the simple array, right? So let me add break. Now I have the complex JSON structure. This is JSON structure. Okay, for JSON structure, how to display, because I have a key and I have a value, right? Let me put the complex one in the separate lightning card. So that output will be the clear. Okay, let's implement another lightning card. Lightning card title equal to complex JSON data. Complex JSON data. So I have a key and the value. Okay. Here everything in simple array. So how to capture the each one of them? It's just a straightforward here. What I can do is I can simply write student dot name. That's it. I need not to loop through like this. I need not to loop through like this because it has an individual array. So let's say that this is the student name. Next, I have student age. Next, I have city and the salary. So let's copy the exact name, age, and next city, and next salary. Okay. Now let's see how the simple data structure is displayed for the simple and complex. Let me copy this component name, Control Shift P, deploy this to source org. Now let's go back to the developer column, the component name. Save, update preview. See, this is a simple array which is displaying line by line. And this is a JSON structure which is getting the data. Okay. Now the homework, I am going to give you some homework, which is more complex. Let's say that this is the homework. Okay, now I have students. Okay, array I'm declaring it, but inside array I have a multiple JSON body. Okay, so I have a different names. I assume that I have a different names, and everybody has. Uh, okay, everybody has a different data. If this structure is there, if this structure I have, so how to get the data is homework. How to pull the students' data. Now you have seen the individual one, you have seen the JSON structure, how to get it, and now you have a object within that JSON structure is there. Okay. Now how to get each individual name. Here only one name is there, but here we have an individual name. So this is the homework. If you are not able to do, we'll do it tomorrow. But this is the easy way. What you can do is I can give you the clue. You have here we are doing the straightforward, right? So what you can do is first you have to iterate through the each one of them. And inside that you have to put this condition. Basically you have to combine these two. Template iterate item, and inside that you have to give student name age. Got it? Okay, so this is the homework. Next, we will see about the style. Okay, so in LWC, if you see, there are three templates we have seen. One is the HTML template and the JavaScript module and target, right? Target, which is a metadata. I do not see the style here, right? So how to create a style for that? How to build a style template for the LWC? For that, let me go ahead and create a separate component. Control Shift C, create Lightning Web component. Let's keep the LWC underscore 1305 underscore LWC style. Okay, yes. Okay, now I have a LWC style. Now, as soon as the component is created, you cannot see the style, right? Before implementing a style, let's implement the HTML. Let's quickly write the lightning hyphen card title equal to, let's keep to implement style in LWC. Okay, this is my card. Inside card, let's assume that I have some lightning input. Lightning hyphen input, right? And let's give the label name equal to enter name. Enter name. Just a second. Okay. So enter name, and then let's give type equal to text. Enter name, type equal to text. Okay, so this is my lightning input, and also I have some text here within the div. Let's assume the text is, this is the division. Equivalent to or in lightning card. And whatever the name entered on top, let's capture and display that name here. So the name entered in lightning card. So how to capture that? Whatever the name we have entered, we'll declare a name here, the attribute. This is the div. I have a simple lightning card and one div is there. Basically, this is the attribute. Let's declare it here. Okay. Set. Okay. Now, ideally, if I wanted to apply a style, or anybody who knows the development, anybody, what they will do is simply they will add here style equal to, let's say, background color. The background color, let's put it as a something yellow. Let's see whether it will give or not. See, it has given. Okay, yellow. And then let's take it as a another one, which is a color. See, now it is prompting me the colors. Okay, let's take anything which is a dim gray. Okay, now also let's add the font size. Okay. Font size. Font size. How much? Let's give the 20 pixel. Okay, so this is how we implemented. What is the error? Let's say. Okay, no errors are gone. Okay, so this is the way how anybody will write, because we know what are the styles that I'm going to apply here. But how these styles will be, whether it is supported in LWC or not, let's see that. Does it look weird if we apply these styles, or does it look good? Control Shift B. deploy this to source org. Rename the component. Control-C. Let's go back here. C colon the component name. Okay, let's update preview. See how it is looking. So kind of if I enter anything, text or anything, it doesn't look as a professional page. Right? It doesn't look like a professional page. It doesn't look like a professional page. But what is the best way we can do it in the LWC? The best way is implementing the classes. But before that, I would like to take you to the library page. Okay. So library page. So library page is going to suggest some kind of a styles. Okay. Before that, like this is the developer guide for any Lightning Web component. You can go through this. Okay. This will have a complete, it's kind of a book where we will be going through everything. And but you can also go through this. And if you have any projects which you are migrating from Lightning Aura to LWC, this is going to suggest you what are the things which are going to migrate. Like if you have a Aura if condition in Lightning Aura and you are migrating to LWC. So instead of Aura if you wanted to work same logic, what is the best way that you can do it in the LWC? Right, it is going to give you everything. And what are those migrating, what are things we can migrate from the Lightning Aura to LWC? Migrating the attribute, iterations, conditions, expressions. Expressions are something like this. If we have some if condition which you are cross verifying this, and how to do that in the LWC. Okay, you have to implement something like a condition. This condition should be at the JavaScript side where you are writing a function. Whatever you are writing here in the component, it has to be there in the JavaScript. And straightforward, you can use that condition there. So that's how you can migrate some expressions. And also we have a global values, initializers, facts, base component, registered events, event handler, access controller. And regarding the event handler, so register event is there, migrate events are there, migrate access controller. Let's go to the migrate events. This is a component event, right? Like we have a C handle event. So how to do that? If you wanted to migrate same thing, you can migrate it. But these are the things which you have to consider. If you are using anything in the Aura, let's say force create record. Use the navigation service, it's already there. Okay, but there are few things, Lightning tab created. This is not there in the LWC. This is planned for the future. Tab closed is planned for the future. Script loaded, after the script loaded. It's import the static resource and import the method. So it will give you all the things whenever you have a requirement to migrate it to LWC. We have to go through this migrate Aura component, which will give you all the information. Like if you have any CSS, if you wanted to do, we can do like this. So in Lightning Aura, we use .this by default. CSS will give you .this. but here it won't be there. This won't be there. Directly you can create a class. Okay, let's go ahead and see that in LWC. Okay, how to create a style. Let's rename this, copy. And the first thing what I have to do is right click on this, right click on this new file. Okay, paste that .css. See, the name has to be same name wherever you are creating it. Like if you are planning to create in LWC style, give a same name of LWC style. If you wanted to create a inside the loop and array, give a component name as loop and array .css. So whatever the name you give, it will fall under that group. So right now we have created CSS file inside this WC style. Right? So now what we can do is we can go ahead and implement the style. Before that, let me give what is here. Instead of style, okay, instead of style, it is better to apply the CSS. So class is the better supported, I can say. So I'll just show you one example how to create the CSS. Class equal to, let's say, my box. So I'm going to put everything in the box. Copy this, go to CSS. By default, this will not come for the LWC. So what we can directly create is my box. Open this. And we can put inside this whatever we want, like font size. If I want font size, I can put the font size as, let's take 40 pixels. Okay, now let's say I need a background color. I need a background color. Let's say not direct one, RGB. Let's take to 11, some number 14. Okay, it is giving me the color. See here, it is giving me the color. Okay, so this is good. Let's use that. Now take the margin left. Let's say 500 pixel. And same thing, let's go with the margin top. I need margin top. Let's go margin top, 200 pixel should be fine. And around the padding, let's add the padding. If you want, you can add the padding. Let's say 25 pixel. And what else we have? Color. Color. What is the color that I should take it? Color. Let's say RGB. Let's take light green. 70. Not 17 to 14, 33. Should be light green. Yeah. So I think this should be fine, or else I can take this. Yeah. Okay. Now color it came, and then width. I can add a width and height. Let's add width is 400 pixel. Height. Let's say height equal to same thing, 400 pixel. And what else we consider it? Border width. Border width. 10 pixel. Right. So we can define this what we can do is, ideally, whenever we work on the any project, we work for the specific company, right? Whether I implement a table, a field, or anything, if I implement, styling should be common for everybody. So in that case, what I can do is I can separately create a styling, and I can use that styling within the HTML, right? So let's save this and Control Shift P, deploy this source to org. Okay, it is deployed. Let's go ahead and refresh. Okay, so this is how it is displaying. Before it was displaying here. So whatever we want, whatever the style we want, we can apply directly. See, this way it is not that good. Like, you can apply the style if you have a font size. Only this specific field font size you wanted to increase it. That time you can apply. But inside the app, if you want the same format should be applied for everything, whether it is a data table, field, big list, or anything. If you want to apply a same style, it is better to go with the CSS. Implement, create a CSS file inside the LWC and then apply that class here. Right, this way we can do the CSS. Okay, so we have seen array, list, set, and JSON structure also we have seen. Let me give one assignment. If you remember in Lightning Aura, we have a aura colon set attribute equal to, when we write footer, if you put the button inside this, what it used to display, it used to display in the footer, right? But if I give the aura set attribute equal to actions, where it used to display the button, what are the by default Salesforce buttons are there, that is the same position it used to display. Okay, now I'm giving the assignment. Let's assume that there is a button inside this. Okay, inside this there is a button is there. If I write a button, where it will display by default, it will display here. But I wanted to create a button same like Lightning, whatever we have. So it should come here, or it should come in the footer. So it's assignment, do a research how to implement a aura attribute actions for the button. If you want to place a button on the footer or on the right side or left side where the actions are there, what is the best way we can implement? Same like aura attribute actions, how to implement in LWC. Fine. So that is the assignment. Now moving on to the next topic, which is LWC. In LWC, LDS, Lightning Design System, right? So in LWC, LDS, we are giving Lightning Design System. Let's go ahead and see. In Lightning Design System, there are two types are there. As you all know, we also have in the Aura LDS. One is form-based LDS, and the second one is programming-based LDS. Programming-based LDS, right? So in form-based, there are three different types which we can do it, which we have done it in the Lightning Aura also. Those are view form, edit form, and then record form. These are the three different options are available in the form based. When it comes to the program based, in LWC, there are two types. One is impression and second one is wire or adapter programming. Wire or adapter programming. Again, in the impression, we have a different types. One is new. These are called as a methods. Impression methods. What are those methods? New method, create, insert method, and update method, and then delete method, right? So there are four methods we have in interaction. In wire and adapter, there are two types we have. One is a wire, a property, and next one is wire function. Okay, so these are the one which we are going to see in future. Lightning design system in LWC. What are those form based and program based LDS? Form based, as usually we have seen in the Aura, view form, edit form, record form. But coming to programming based LDS, it is a different from the Aura. It is impression methods, which are like a CRUD operations, I can say, including the new, create, insert, update, delete, all the methods. And wire or adapter programming, we have a wire decorator, which is called as a wire decorator. Okay, so that topic will come here, wire or adapter programming, which is a wire a property or wire function. Right, these all in one single go. So we'll be covering in the next class, LDS. Okay, let me stop my recording.